Hello student, now today I am taking class 8 social science geography chapter number 3 mineral and power resource. My dear student, I already explained you what are minerals, metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals, how the minerals are distributed all over the world. Today we are going to study about how these distribution of minerals in India, what are the uses of these minerals, why we conserve these minerals, what are the power resources, what are the conventional resources, non-conventional resources. These we are going to study here. So now, how the minerals are distributed in India. Do you know? In India, the distribution of mineral resources in India is highly uneven. Now, do you know the Chota Nagpur Plateau and its surrounding areas have one of the largest concentrations of minerals deposit all over the world. Do you know the distribution of important metallic and non-metallic minerals, they are differ and they are given below. When we study the chart how the distribution of metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals in India is divided, so you just see this table. Now, what are the metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals? Metallic minerals, they are good conductor of heat and electricity. They are malleable, means we can change into thin sheet. They are ductile, means we can drawn into wire. Sonorous, they are create sounds and they are have different colors. Non-metallic minerals, they are bad conductor of electricity. They are non-malleable ductiles, only they are having colors. So we see first the metallic minerals, how they are distributed, where it is located, just see. First one is iron ore. These are the metallic minerals. Do you know? It is located in Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, MP, Goa, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Next one is bauxite. Mostly these mineral area located are Bihar, Gujarat, MP, Jharkhand, Odisha, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Next is the manganese. Mostly they are located in Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Karnataka, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Next is the copper ore. These mostly located in Jharkhand, Rajasthan, Khetri districts, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Gold, it is located in Tamil Nadu, mostly Nilgiri mines and Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. And now, how the non-metallic minerals distributed in India, where it is located? Just see, first one is mica. Mostly it is located in Bihar, Jharkhand, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Next one is limestone. Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Uttar Pradesh. Next is the salt. Mostly coastal Gujarat area and Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Sambar Lake, it is a salty lake, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Gypsum, Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, Jodhpur, Bikaner and Jaisalmer districts and Uttar Pradesh, these are located. Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir. Diamond, it is found in Madhya Pradesh, Panna district, Telangana, Golconda range. These places they are located. Now, question comes that there are different types of minerals are located. So, what are these uses of these minerals? Minerals are used mostly many industries. Some uses of minerals, see, minerals used for gems. Why? Because these are usually hard and these are then set in various styles of jewelry. Next, copper is another metal that we are using for coins and pipes. Next, silicon. Do you know this is obtained from the quartz and it is used in computer industries. Aluminium, it is obtained from its ore, bauxite and then it is used in making automobiles, airplanes, bottling industries, buildings. and even in kitchen cookware. Conservation of minerals. Now you see the minerals are very important because it is the main economic of the country. It brings economy. So we have to be very careful for using. Minerals are non-renewable resources and one day it will be exhaust. So and you know it takes thousands of years for the formation and the concentration of minerals. So human consumption rate of mineral is very fast and now its formation rate is very slow. So which make them vulnerable resource. So we must be very too much aware about these facts and try to reduce the wastage in the process of mining, and we should always recycle minerals in order to conserve them. So when we recycle more, so we can preserve it for the future generation. Power resources. As you know, power is needed for the growth and development in agriculture, industries, transports, communication. However, the distribution of various power resources is highly uneven. So the power resources, you know, it is of two types. First one is conventional and second one is non-conventional resources. The sources of power like coal, petroleum, natural gas and nuclear energy are called conventional energy resources. But do you know, these are the limited reserves and they are likely to get exhaust one day. So we have to be very careful. Now, on the other hand, the solar, wind, geothermal, tidal and biogas energy, these are called non-conventional energy resource and they have unlimited reserve. So we have to use this energy more. Do you know about half of the world still uses firewood, charcoal, cow dung and crop residue as domestic fuels, and the hydroelectricity means we are generating electricity by use of water and the nuclear power. So these two can help bridge the gap between the demand and supply of power. What are the conventional sources? Firewood and fossil fuels and such as coal, petroleum and natural gas. These are the main sources of conventional energies. So they have been used for long time, but one day it will be exhaust. Firewood, where we are using it, it is widely used for cooking and heating. Do you know, in our country more than 50% of the energy is used by the villagers and this energy comes from the firewood. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this firewood? Advantage, it is easy to access, it provides energy to large number of people. But what are its disadvantages? See, collection is time consuming, they have to move here and there and they collect this firewood. Second, it promoting greenhouse effect, it increases air pollution and causes deforestation. So these are its disadvantages. Fossil fuels, these are converted form of remains of the plants and animals which are buried under the earth for millions of years, and finally by the heat and pressure it can change into fossil fuels. It took billions of years for the construction. So fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum and natural gases are the main sources of conventional energy. Do you know, the reserves of these minerals are limited, so we have to be very careful about its using. The rate at which the growing of world population and consumption is very fast and it is greater than the rate of their formation. So these are likely to be exhausted soon. So we have to be very careful. Now, see this coal. You know, coal was the basis for the industrial revolution in Europe and this is most abundant source of power. It occurs mostly in which area? Mostly in the layers of varying thickness in sedimentary rocks. where the plants are buried and it took millions of years and the temperature will be increased, so this will convert into coal. Do you know there are 4 varieties of coals are found? They are peat, lignite, bituminous and anthracites. Do you know coal is widely used to generate thermal electricity. Thermal means when we are burning these coals, it produces heat, and by use of this heat we are generating electricity. Do you know the distribution of coal reserve is highly uneven in the world, and it occurs mostly in China, USA, Russia, Ukraine, South Africa, India, Australia, Germany, UK and Canada. China is the largest coal producers in the world. Next one is the now. Do you know the total reserves of India are about 16,000 crore metric ton. Out of the total reserves, about 80% is found only in the Damodar River Valley area. And the main coal mining areas are Jharia, Dhanbad, Girit, Bokaro and Raniganj. Now, some new coal fields are being developed at Neyveli in Tamil Nadu, Singrani in Telangana, Korba in Chhattisgarh and Talcher in Odisha. The railway and steel industries consume about half of the total production. It needs more for creating energy. Some advantages and disadvantages are, do you know what? Extensively available. Coal is extensively available and it is efficient conservation to electricity. What is disadvantage? It creates lot of air pollution, polluting sources and bulky to transport. These are its disadvantage. Second one is the petroleum. Do you know? Petroleum or mineral oil. These are derived from organic material that is also trapped in the layer of sedimentary rocks. When the temperature will be increased, so it will be converted in these fuels. Some important oil fields of the world are located along the margins of Yangfold mountain areas. There it is located, and in the coastal areas, and some of these petroleum oil fields are found in the offshore regions. These are the places where there are distribution of minerals. So the distribution of mineral oil are highly uneven in the world. Do you know? Mineral ore has largest importance in the economy. A variety of products like we are getting from this petrol, diesel, kerosene, wax, plastics and lubricants. These are obtained by refining these crude mineral oil. First, when we are taking these from the oil field, the crude mineral oil, after that when we are doing the process and filtration, then we are getting these different type of mineral oils. Other byproducts include raw material for chemical fertilizers, we are making synthetic fibers and some drugs we are preparing from it. Thus, it is also called a black gold. Now, do you know about 65% of the total reserves of mineral oil is found around in Persian Gulf area. The main petroleum producing countries are Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, UAE, Qatar and Bahrain. These are the places. Other petroleum producing countries are USA, Russia, Venezuela, China, Indonesia, Algeria, Egypt, Libya, India and Myanmar. Do you know? Recently some mineral oil deposits have been discovered in the North Sea area, and which is shared by United Kingdom, UK, Norway, Denmark, Germany and the Netherlands. In India till independence, mineral oil was drilled in Assam, and now many new areas in Gujarat, of the Mumbai coast and the deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers that have been discovered and developed. However, the total petroleum production in India is far less than its needs. That is why we have to be import these material and we have to invest too much foreign currency on that. Next one is the natural gas. Do you know natural gas may occur in association with petroleum, or it may occur in association with petroleum, or may occur alone. Do you know the larger oil field gases have no oil. In the past, large quantity of natural gas was either allowed to escape into the air or it was burned off. So that is wasted. Now natural gas widely used as, where we are using, mostly we are using it as domestic and industrial fuel. USA is the largest producers and the consumer of these natural gas. The other major producing countries are Russia and Netherlands, China, Iran and UK. Do you know natural gas is the fast becoming an important source of energy in India. The main producing areas in India are Mumbai, High, Gujarat, Assam, Tamil Nadu and Tripura. Do you know the natural gas has also been discovered in Krishna and Godavari deltas also. What are the advantages and disadvantages? It is easier to transport, mostly with the help of pipelines it can easily transport. It is cleaner than oil and coal and it is cheaper than oil. But what are its disadvantages? Depletion of oxygen due to oil spoilage and gas. Second one, suppose the gas leakage, it can cause problem. Pollution release sometimes it can cause acid rains, and exploration of new fuels is not easy. Next we are going to take hydel power. Hydel power, we are generating power with the help of water. So see, hydel power has many advantages over fossil fuels. Hydroelectricity, it is produced by using the force of falling water. Do you know? When the water is falling from the top to the down or in the dams, so what happens when these large amount of water is falling? So when we are putting some turbines here, so these water make the blade move and it will help to generate electricity. So do you know the water, when it can fall naturally or can be made to fall by building dams across the river channels. So the falling water is channelized, it entered into turbine and it started moving the blades, and then when the blade starts moving, so it turns the generator and these generators produce electricity. So the water which is coming out of the turbine, that is used for irrigation. So in this way we are creating hydel power. Many developed countries like USA, Canada, Russia, Sweden, Norway, New Zealand and China, and they have developed hydel power projects, and in India a large number of multi-purpose river valley projects have been developed and we are producing hydroelectricity. Do you know some of them are Bhakra Nagal, Hirakund, Damodar Valley Corporation, where we are generating electricity. Nagarjun Sagar, Kosi, Koyana, Rinhan and Narmada valleys. By these we are using this hydel power. What are the advantages? It is non-polluting, it promotes irrigations, fishing and it is cheap. But what are its disadvantages? Do you know? When we are constructing dams, so it displaces the local community and it was very expensive to set up this. So these are the biggest disadvantages. Now the next power of resource we are creating by nuclear energy. Nuclear power is obtained by alternating the structures of atoms. Do you know? When such an alteration is made, so energy is used to generate electricity. The first nuclear power station to generate electricity on commercial basis was started in UK in 1956. Do you know? UK was soon overtaken in the field by USA. Other countries they are generating the nuclear power are Japan, Germany, Russia, France, Sweden, Canada, Australia and the Spain. Do you know at present a number of developing countries, they have also opted for nuclear power as an alternative to conventional method for generating electricity. Now among these countries, India, Pakistan, Iran, North Korea, Egypt, Brazil, South Korea, Taiwan and Argentina. Do you know in India, main nuclear power generating stations are Tarapur, Kalpakkam, Rawatbhata, Narora, Kakarpara and Kota. What are the advantage of this? Do you know it emits large amount of energy, so we can use this. And but disadvantage, do you know it generates a radioactive waves and this cause a lot of diseases like cancers and so many types, and it is very expensive. So we have to be use it very carefully. Now my dear students, so today I finished this, how the distribution of mineral in India, what are the different power sources, and in the next class I will use non-conventional energy. Thank you.